Would you live here? And I'm not just talking about here as in Australia. I'm talking about, would you live here in Australia? Rural. Let's get straight into the video. You see, a lot of people, when they think about moving to Australia, they think of Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, even Brisbane. And Australia is a big country. So why are you limiting yourself to just those places? And I get it, most people want to be in the cities for work, convenience, community, whatever it may be. But I'm telling you, as somebody who's moved out to the country, that it has a lot to offer. You see, there are things that I've realized that are actually more valuable than being in a city with all the conveniences on your doorstep. Things like a close-knit community are something that you just don't get in most cities. Now, don't get me wrong, it does have its challenges, like having to go all the way to the main city, or one of the main cities, Bunbury, which is about 2 hours from where we live, just to go shopping for the girls, like clothes shopping or toy shopping. Don't get me wrong, there are shops here in town, like there's a little toy shop. But if you want that sort of variety, then you do have to drive a little way. So the great thing about being out here in the country is you kind of get the best of all worlds, really. You get the quietness, the peaceful, calm atmosphere, the community. And you also get to be close to all these beautiful places in nature, such as there's beaches on the south coast that are pretty much untouched. And unless you live somewhere like this, most people don't get to see them. Look at this, how many there are. Just amazing. Something that most people that live here sort of take for granted. But when you're new here, you can see, oh look, and over there there's what they like to call bin chicken with the long beak. Just absolutely stunning. So I guess in my last video I kind of lied to you. I said that that was going to be my last walk to work, but today is Saturday and it's going to be my last day at Mitre 10 in general. So this will literally be my last walk to Mitre 10. Now, to try and stop getting the beer belly when I go back trucking, I am going to try and walk to work. It's about the same distance as sort of Mitre 10, maybe a little bit further. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, is try and keep myself fit so I don't get that big trucker gut that I'm sure many of you are aware of. Very hard to keep off when you're sitting in a cab all day. Anyway, back to the video. Living rural has given me a whole different kind of respect for people that live in the cities, people that do the grind every day, because when you're there and you're in it, you don't really see it as a problem. You're just sort of part of the bubble and you get on with it. And it's not until you move somewhere like here and life starts to slow down a little bit, you start to realize how crappy city life really is. And I'm sure loads of people love it and they love the hustle and bustle. My stepdad is one of them. He's always worked in London, always wanted to be in London because he enjoys, you know, being around people and the hustle and bustle of it all. Which, I'm a people person, but I just don't like being crammed in like a sardine. So for me, being out here, just simple things like going to the superstore at Christmas, a guy came out and he says to me and the missus, "It's really busy in there, mate." I'm like, "Oh, right, okay, fair enough." And you know, we grab our trolley and head into the store, and it's probably about as busy as our local Tesco back in the UK, like Tesco Express. So for anyone that's from America or not sure what that is, it's basically like a little convenience store on steroids. Yeah, so what they class as busy here, they really have no idea, unfortunately, how lucky they are. Now, I just had a thought walking past the hospital here, which it's not a massive hospital, but it's all brand new. It's all kitted out, everything that you could possibly want for most things. Don't get me wrong, they don't do like CT scans and stuff like that, but I've never been in there and had to wait. If that makes sense. Like in the UK where you're in A&E and you're waiting for like, I don't know, you'd be like 3 hours would be a good wait, 5 hours would be about your average. From where I used to live in well, the hospital I used to go to called Basildon Hospital. Yeah, you notice the difference here. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, you know, there's certain things you have to pay for here, unlike the UK, but sometimes you don't mind that when you know that you're getting a good service and you're going to get seen to quick. And also, it's not that you have to pay for it, it's just if you're working, then you generally will pay for it. A bit like in the UK where you have to pay for prescriptions. If you're not working, you're on their version of the dole, Centrelink, then yeah, it is free. They bulk bill it, they call it. So yeah, it's not like they let people die like in America. If you don't have insurance, you're buggered. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I think one of the biggest things that people struggle with when they move to Australia, especially British people, is making friends. And I think living in a city has a lot to do with that. People are so busy and don't really have time for anyone, and you might see someone once and never see them again. Whereas when you live in a close-knit community, like here where I am, you're gonna see people time and time again, and you are gonna form friendships. Maybe not even friendships, sometimes just acquaintances, familiarities, even just like going into the coffee shop and, you know, knowing the people that work there, and they come into the place where you work and know you. I like that. I like the fact that everybody here has got their own little identity, I guess, whereas in the city you're kind of just a number. I don't know, that's how I feel about it anyway. Just let me know in the comments, guys, do you think that moving rural is a good idea, or are you a city slicker and would you not change that for the world? Because I've lived both kind of lives now, next to London, and it wasn't for me, unfortunately. But yeah, here, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm getting a little bit older, I just love the peace, the tranquility and the nature. I hope that my girls, you know, do want to stick around here or wherever we are, and, you know, don't get that buzz to go be in the city forever. Maybe they will and come back, who knows. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, guys. It'd be interesting to know. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Oh, and also swipe over and give us a hype. It really helps the video out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go before I get tangled up with this dog and kill myself. Bye bye.